Hello there. Welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, no fancy tech, just a group of women playing an all-original game of Dungeons and Dragons. 5th edition, by the way. I'm Jeff, your game master, and here's what happened last time. After arriving in Thunder's Edge, Arabelle, Tasha, and Zorith departed from the Forehome to deliver orders from the Faelafiri Sanctum to two paladins, a Sir Marlane and a Ser Spikespire, instructing them that they were to accompany the four the following day back to Belinamard, where they would be assuming the position of temple guard for the Temple of Tiraura there. After delivering the message, the trio stopped in at their favorite bakery and reconnected with Hugh, one of the two owners, who was very happy to see them. And they placed an order to be delivered the following morning so that there would be fresh baked goods for their breakfast with Aralahkis. At the Forehome, after the trio returned, Beau and Gwen both woke from their naps. Arabelle went upstairs to Aramin's room, where Athgarr had been, to find that Athgarr was no longer there. At the Ivory's Wrath, a little bit later, the group reconnected with Oloric and discovered that Athgarr had been there and had a conversation with Oloric and then departed once more. So the group ordered some food and drink, Gwen and Zorith both being very upset that Athgarr departed without telling anyone. Gwen decided that she was going to get food to go, and she wasn't going to wait all that long, and if Athgarr didn't show up, she was taking her meal back to the Forehome. Shortly thereafter, a messenger arrived with notes for Oloric and for Gwenlaren, and that note contained Athgar's hat of disguise and a request that she come and meet him at his house in the Inner Enclave so that they could talk. Gwenlaren donned the hat, changed form, and departed, and that's where we pick up. So, Beau, Arabelle, Tasha, and Zorith are still at the Ivory's Wrath.
We are.
Tasha had made a commitment to play 2 more sets before the evening was over.
And I shall.
Listen to Tasha.
Okay. Tasha and Arabelle are at a table. Zorith is at the bar. That's where everyone was.
And Beau's at the table, right?
Yes, Beau's at the table as well.
Okay.
At one point, Beau looks over at Arabelle and says, "She's actually quite good. I don't think I've ever heard her play, not for fun."
It's very good.
Aye, this is a fine way to spend an evening. We can do this as many times as you want.
As long as the world's not ending, this is what we like to do.
Or even if it is, what a great way to go out. Food, drink, and good music. I can't think of much else that I'd rather be doing.
So I play some dancing songs.
Okay. And people do get up and dance.
I play the dragon song. And
something interesting occurs.
People start singing along.
They sing the chorus with you.
Yeah.
Like, they all know the chorus now.
Well, that's good. That is good. And I play another song about rumors. And
there's a few chuckles and a few good-natured elbow pokes at various tables.
And I play a song about a wager.
Ha! That gets a lot of smiles and some laughs.
And then I play some more dancing songs.
All right. And after the song about wagers, you see Oloric going from table to table. And every table he leaves, they're smiling.
That's cool.
And he comes to your table last. Can I get you anything else to drink? This round is on the house.
Well, I'll have another ale.
We still have the wine and brandy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good.
And Bo says, I'm just going to have another one of these brandies. I thought it's covered on the house. I believe the bottle is paid for. Athgarr decided to send money for the drinks we had while we chatted, and it's twice the sum the bottle costs. So it's paid for. Enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then here's to Athgarr, not here, but still buying me drinks.
Here, here.
About 5-6 minutes after you finish your second set, Tasha, you see another person walk in, looking around. They spot your table, and a young man walks over. Hello, is one of you Arabelle?
It's me.
Ah, I have a message for you. Ah, well, okay. That's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Right. I'm going to send this in Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Because sending it through chat in Zoom wants me to be on all sorts of other platforms, which I'm not.
No worries. I'll pull it up.
Facebook is so much easier.
It is. It is. All right.
You just have to find me with no one else.
That is a trick.
There you are. He pulls a scroll out of a satchel on his shoulder and hands it to you.
Thank you. Hand him a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. And walks out.
Gwen's going to stay at Athgar's tonight. They're still talking, so she expects it to go late.
There's absolutely nothing I can say that's appropriate right now, so I'll just nod.
Hopefully that's a good sign.
I hope so. You won't have to sleep on the couch, Bo. You can use Aramin's room tonight.
Oh, all right. I'm happy to sleep on the floor. I'm just happy to have a roof. And maybe a blanket and a pillow.
Remind me what Bo looks like again. I mean, like, it's been a hot minute and I don't remember.
Let's see.
Sorry, you have to go to your notes.
Description. He's about 3'3". Has dark brown hair, fair skin, blue eyes. Dresses in loose-fitting slacks, kind of a blousy shirt and vest.
Is he a dwarf?
He's a halfling.
Okay, I didn't remember that.
Yeah. And he has a light crossbow hanging from the left side of his belt and a dagger sheathed on the right side of his belt.
And I have to go look to see what happens. Okay.
So, is there anything that you would like to do for the rest of the evening? Any business you would like to take care of here in the Wrath?
I'm just waiting till everybody leaves. However, I have gone in my bag. He brought me a water.
Mm-hmm.
When I was done with the water, I went in my bag and I got the Elverquist and I put 3 fingers in the glass and am now drinking that. I will roll for your whatever's you need.
No, I don't need anything.
Okay.
Maribel's
Elven.
quiet.
You're not gulping it down, right? You're sipping
No,
it.
I am not.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, what is your Constitution score? Not the bonus, but the score itself.
350.
No.
Plus 3? 16.
16. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're perfectly fine. You know exactly how to pace yourself so that, you know, it's just enjoyable and not any way impairing.
Mm-hmm.
You're an experienced drinker at this point.
Yeah, I poured it and then I put it back in my bag.
At one point, Oloric walks over and... That's not water.
No, it is not.
Well, if there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
I will. And I just listen to Tasha and watch the gentleman come in and give Arabelle a thing. She doesn't look particularly upset when she reads it, so I just don't even go to pay attention. I'm just sitting at the bar.
Yeah. And I drink my ale, and then I do the third set.
Okay. All right. No one's left. In fact, more people have come in. The bar is now full, and some people are just sort of standing.
Well, then I give them a good show. I play some more a combination of dancing and a combination of ballads, and some of the songs that I learned from the Sasaran.
Oh, okay. There are a few people who get a look on their face kind of like, hey, I know this one, but I haven't heard her play this.
Mm-hmm. So.
Go ahead and make one last performance check, because you're trying to up your game for this last set.
26.
It is a masterfully done set. Everyone is pleased. You even catch Oloric just sort of leaning back against the bar and nodding along to a couple of the songs.
Oh, that's cool.
And when you finish, the rain of coins is significant. Most people walking up and dropping it in the hat, but a few people tossing it from the back of the room with varying successes in aiming. So there's a few people in the front that are like, what? But such is their appreciation that they figure out what it is and then pick the coin up and toss it further forward.
No, that's nice.
So, all in all, 7 gold and 26 silver.
$7 gold and 26 silver?
Yep. And it's noteworthy that there's not a single copper.
Nice. I think they missed me.
And as you collect the money and sit back down at the table, Oloric says, "Friends, final rounds. If you want something more, let me know, and then we'll be closing for the evening." There's "aww." That he just smiles and starts circulating around the room again.
Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oloric says from behind you, "Oh, they can stay here. They just need to rent a room." And a couple have requested it, so...
Oh my. Well, that's great.
All in all, a successful evening. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. It was a good time.
I had no lodgers. Now I have 3.
Is that unusual?
Midweek. Unless there are merchants coming through. And springtime is not the best time for merchant travel. The roads tend to be quite muddy. So we occasionally get caravans from Romani or from Sandy Cove, but not much further. Although, it shouldn't be too much longer, we should be seeing the Sasaran. They're usually not far behind the spring thaw.
A lovely evening. Work.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Very nice to see you all again. And
So nice to see you.
to meet you, Master Bo. Huh, Master. Right. I'll be leaving you even more of a tip. And I thank you.
Hopefully next time we're in town, it'll be a longer visit.
Excellent. And after he finishes doling out the last round of drinks, he walks over and sits down on the stool next to Zorith.
Hello.
Hello. So, is there anything else that I can get you this evening?
No. I think I'm okay. It's been a lot lately.
So it was suggested to me, although I was not given specifics, nor did I ask. So, but if it has been a lot, I'm very, very glad that you and your companions are here, and you appear to be all right.
I don't say anything. I just nod my head a couple times. Yep. And that's all that's all.
Well, Wiggy did want me to give you, Tasha, his regards. He had to depart. He has a meeting with a prospective client quite early tomorrow morning. He's actually become conscientious about his sleep.
Oh my god.
It's
That's gross.
different. And I'm trying not to call attention to it for fear that he'll stop.
Yes, well, we won't say anything. I'm just happy that he's growing up. That's good.
Yes, I would not have guessed that there was a market for house interior design here. But
Well, I mean, it's a big enough city.
yes, but I did not think that most of the people would care over much beyond functionality about their furniture.
Everyone wants a comfortable, inviting, warm home.
True. But the level of comfort considered by barbarians is significantly different. Which is why I am a bit surprised, but nevertheless I am very pleased for Wigillion.
It is rather lovely. Who would have thought when we asked him to help us decorate the forehome that it would lead to this?
Well, I would say that you have done a good deed.
That happens every once in a while. I have another of the I have another shot of the brandy because, why not?
Yeah. Some of the patrons are starting to come up and drop off coins on the bar, so Oloric gets up and goes back behind the bar to deal with the money, and they say their goodbyes. Lots of them stopping by the table, Tasha, and thanking you and telling you how much they enjoyed the performance.
Oh,
Many
thank you.
ask, when you might be in town performing again.
That is a great question, and I don't know when, but sometime soon.
Slowly over the next half an hour or so, the place mostly clears out. There's two people at a table by the window that are still nursing the ends of their last drink, but otherwise the place is cleared out. Oloric has been cleaning the tables and has kept up with the people departing pretty well, so the place is in good shape.
How early did he close up?
It's about midnight.
So a couple hours.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to head home. We have a delivery in 8 hours, and I'd like to get some sleep before I have to get up.
I agree. I'm ready to go as well. Zori, are you ready to go?
No, I'm gonna hang out and talk to Oloric, and then I'll come home.
Would you mind seeing her home, Oloric?
No, I would be happy to.
Unless you teleport.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go, Bo.
All right. Thank you, sir. I'll definitely be coming back should I find myself in your city again. And you'll be welcome. Have a good night.
I hug Oloric. It's great to see you again.
He hugs you back. And you as well. And thank you again for the music. It was wonderful.
It's the least I could do.
We'll hug and head out.
All right. Oloric goes over and kind of gently ushers the last table out the door. And then goes over and locks it, busses the table, walks back behind the bar, just kind of leans forward in front of Zorith.
Well, I feel bad now
Why?
because you closed up early, and it's really not that important. It just,
It
I'll catch you up.
It was my choice. If it's
I know.
serving drinks to people or getting to spend even a few minutes, just the two of us, it's worth the expense. Besides, I made an enormous amount of money more than normal tonight thanks to Tasha.
Right? That's funny.
So I could easily give myself an hour or two.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Oloric, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot. Vagaries. I can't remember what I said to you when I talked to you the other day. I think I told him, hadn't heard, been a while, hope you visit soon. I don't know if I told him, I think I told him that we were in Berlin and we were alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know you don't tell anything to anybody, but it's vagaries. I'm sure it will all come out eventually, but we basically were not conscripted. We were asked, but we found out that the Thwilno had taken over an entire town, Berlin. And do you know who the Thwilno are?
I do.
Okay.
I had hoped those stories were just that.
No, they're not. And they're worse than people talk about. They do all sorts of mental things. We're all fine. But the whole town was affected enough so that they had orcs being patrols, and the town was fine with that, and the orcs were fine with that. So, memory modification all the way around.
Merciful gods.
Yep. They had an underground hive situation thing where we went in and we kind of took care of things. And this whole rumors thing, I guess I didn't realize. Pin that. The whole city. And so we're gonna have to go back and try to fix that all at once. And I don't know how it's gonna affect people, and I'm worried. Because we did some memory unmodification to just a few people at a time, where we had like all of us standing there, and then like the first one of course was the hardest, but then like the next person had somebody to rely on, and then the next person had two people to, right? You got it?
Yes.
Whole town. All at once. And it's gonna be a lot. But then also, that's just a drop in the big huge bucket that is, we have no idea what else or where else the Quillons are. And there's so much unknown. Anyhow.
Well,
We haven't had a break.
they're lucky to have you.
Yeah.
They're
That
lucky
also.
to have all of you, and the fact that you can remove these effects, traumatic as it may be, they won't heal unless the effects are removed first.
We can't do everything.
Probably not.
No. I'm saying we haven't had a break, and we cannot do everything. We did some exploring over on the western side of our world, and quite quickly found out that while we may be a big deal over here, it might be too big for us over there. And that's hard to take because, you know, I can't lose anybody. I can't lose anybody else.
What is over there?
Things we've never fought before, things that kicked our butt. We can usually take care of things, and yeah, it takes a bit, but it was like, whoa, we need a break. We need a break. And then, like, you know, always the Joggervanans, who knows what's going on with that. But the rumors, that's what I was coming back to. That's a lot. Because while we were gone, people knew. Important people knew. And while we were kind of hush army conscripted, doing things, you would think that somebody would not specifically target us. But again, supposedly we're kind of a big deal over here, so when in doubt, undermine whatever you can to make your business better.
Well, there is also the trader circuit. I'm guessing you're not aware that the exploits of your group is common news that is passed from trader to trader along every route in Aecathan.
Okay. So if they haven't heard anything about us in a while, they're going to be like, hey, haven't heard. No, haven't heard. What do you think they're doing? Not a clue. Maybe they're dead.
In my experience, it's natural to fear, and some of them obviously voiced that fear, and that became the news in the absence of anything else. It's possible that perhaps the Joggervanans created the rumors through their agents. But it's also possible that this is simply an unfortunate but natural occurrence in a void where information usually circulates.
Right. It's just a lot. I'm tired.
By the way, I do think the honorable thing to do would be to offer you a cut of my proceeds.
Oh, no.
From the
we're
bets. Because it was not entirely
No,
an
we're
honest
fine.
bet.
It doesn't matter. We're fine. We now realize that we should touch in with our people every couple weeks, regardless. I just didn't think it was a big deal, right?
The change in access to the Far Signal Network may make that easier. If you have one person with resources to pay for a wide message, you could send a notice and have it distributed.
Yeah, and that also goes to the, everything we do is now secrety, hush hush. We're big enough to have government contracts. I mean, it's saved a whole stupid city. Like, a whole stupid city.
Well,
I mean, we have partly saved.
then perhaps you need someone who can create messages that tell a story with no discernible specifics. For when you cannot say.
Remind me, what is Oloric's class? I asked.
He's a rogue.
The last rogue. Okay.
Yeah, he was originally a thief. But he's pretty much hung that up since he took over running a raft.
Right. I remember that now. Okay. It's just so hard. I'm tired. It's really nice to be me. I am so privileged, and while growing up was hard, I had intermen. We went through a lot of things together, and the group, we're going through a lot of things together, but it is hard sometimes being, I don't want to say the only one of my kind, but I'm going to say the only one of my kind. Like, it's crazy. That's just it. We have responsibilities, individual responsibilities. Like Arabelle, she's fancy. And Athgarr, he's the prince, and whilst he is sort of shirking his responsibilities, he's still fancy, and Tasha's fancy, and Gwen's fancy, Did we tell you? Yeah, she's a
noblewoman now, yes.
Yeah, she's fancy.
And I will tell you, and I am not breaking any confidence. Athgarr said the same to me about worrying about his father, considering him having shirked his responsibilities, and if you'll pardon my laughing, I laughed then and offended the young man. But I explained to him his father's idea of fulfilling his responsibilities was acting as a gate guard to the inner enclave and being prepared to be married off to whoever was politically appropriate and positive for Thunder's Edge. I told him, if he is to be the lord of this city someday, that is hardly the training I would think appropriate. I told him he would be better off to intern with Wiggy.
Well, here's the new Wiggy, not the old Wiggy.
Either.
That's funny.
Both would prepare him better for governing Thunder's Edge than what his father would have him doing.
Well, I have been talked out of meeting with the Lord Tremaine by myself for a couple of months. But I'm not gonna lie, there may come a day when I just pop in and have a couple words and then fucking pop out. Not gonna lie. But,
Please tell me about that if it happens.
Oh, I will. I'm sure everyone will know. The disservice was done to that poor kid. Agreed. He's learned so much, and as a ruler, you have to know what your town is like in comparison to others and see the good and bad parts of each, and then kind of, take it back home and be like, how can we work on these things? And he's gotten those things. He's gotten those by the plenty, and so it will only help him. And he's fancy. We're all fancy. We've got people that, we have people in every town that would bend over backwards for us, and we are so lucky.
And forgive me if this embarrasses you, but I consider you to be especially lucky. And he reaches out and just traces a finger along the scales like this. That yours is plain for everyone to see. The rest, it's more internal.
It's a lot. I just want us to be able to take a freaking week off and just settle and just be not on call for a thing that is happening imminently. All of us, like every single one of us, just to be for a little bit.
I would enjoy that if you were to be here.
Right. I am grateful for your attention, and it's still a lot because I don't know what to do with it, and I appreciate you as a person, and I appreciate you as someone who finds me fancy.
I think I am but one of multitudes in that.
This kind of fancy. I still don't know what to do with this kind of fancy. I'm so sorry. I feel real bad because I don't know what to do with this kind of fancy.
Anything. I enjoy your company. I enjoy the fact that you don't see me as a curiosity, you see me as a man. There are not many.
I appreciate that you don't see me as a curiosity, especially with some of the things that I did in the beginning, because I was oblivious.
It was part of what attracted me.
What time is it now? Approximately.
Probably 12:30.
30 minutes. Jeez. So, we have to go back early tomorrow and pick up a bunch of people and counselors. I mean, really, counselors, and they're going to be like talking to people for Bullenmark. Like,
Wise. That will help.
It's gonna help, but it's still gonna be a lot.
But consider what it would be like were the counselors not present.
Oh no, I know. It would be impossible. It would be impossible. But we have to go do the thing. So I'm super grateful that you are here to listen to me, because not everybody in our group has the ability to like unload to people who won't say anything, and I'm grateful. But my brain doesn't keep quiet, and so sometimes I need more than people I'm with to expound my things. I write all the time, but it's loud.
I was surprised and flattered that Athgarr chose to come and talk to me.
Well, you're the only normal boy he knows.
Do you know how much I appreciate that simple phrase?
Yes. Because you just said that people think of you as not normal, and you're the most normal person, boy, that we know. Man, shit, I don't know. And I just asked, how old are you? Because I don't even fucking know how old I am right now.
I am well into my third decade.
Okay. Hold on, I don't even know how old I am.
Oh, you're around 100.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay. It's just no.
Well,
I would be 20s-ish, right? In the world of
close to 30-ish.
Okay.
Probably late 20s would be the equivalent, yeah.
Okay, that's
in terms of emotional maturity, but in terms of
maturity, I'm like a teenager.
In terms of life experience, you've got a century of it.
Okay. I'm grateful I've said that. Yeah. And also, while he does stupid boy things and pisses me off, I'm super glad he had you to talk to also, because he needed a fellow man do bro person to talk to, because we all have I mean, you know, we want them to get along, but we also want them to like get along if that's what they want, and we know that's what we know that's what both of them want, and so we want them to not be pulling their punches when it comes to their situation and each other and guilt and all the things. I just want them to be happy. So thanks for talking to him, because if nothing else, they should get some stuff figured out, and that makes me happy.
I hope so. The one piece of advice I gave Athgarr that I was worried might be misinterpreted was I told him in no uncertain terms, no flowery prose, just speak plainly.
They could both use to do that. Yes, they could. And not that Gwen doesn't say exactly what she means, but she also is guarded. And I mean, who wouldn't be? She has had to deal with some crappy stuff, and Tremaine will eventually get an earful from me about it. And I don't know when that's coming, but it's coming soon, I can tell. They've been talking me out of it for a little bit, but nobody said anything for a while, so I think they've all forgotten. But gotta do it at like a sweet spot. And maybe now that he knows his kid's not dead, maybe it'll be coming sooner than later. But I'll probably tell you first, go do the thing, and then like retell you that I'm okay if I'm okay.
Well, I don't suppose that there's much he can do to you. Not at this point. How could he stop you from departing?
Good point. I mean, he did give us our house. I mean, and he could take it back if he really wanted to. And oh gosh. Okay, well, we're not gonna think about that right now because I got a whole bunch of other things to think about, and I kind of need to like make a laundry list of all the things I want to talk about. But Gwen is number 1. Athgar's number 2. They're kind of a 2-part set. Anyhow, thanks for everything.
It is truly my pleasure. And anytime you need me.
I know, and I'm grateful. Oh, you're walking me home. No, I'm gonna teleport.
Whichever you choose.
I'm gonna teleport. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And I lean over to kiss his cheek. Ooh.
Okay. And he turns his head at the last second.
Dirty bastard. Okay, I'm kissing him.
Not a long kiss.
Okay.
Just like a second and a half.
And now I'm kissing. Okay.
I thought perhaps it was time.
And I do like finger guns, and then I teleport.
Okay.
Finger guns, and then I teleport.
It would be finger crossbows.
Crossbows.
All right. So, when do you all wake up the following morning?
Well, 7.
Yeah, probably up at 6 or dawn or whatever to do prayers, and then I head down to the kitchen to get breakfast started.
All right. What time are Gwen and Athgarr arriving?
Early.
Yeah, define early.
Well, if Gwen would know what time folks usually start to make their appearances for breakfast.
Yep.
And she would probably aim for about 40 minutes before that.
Okay. So we get there a little after 7.
Do we know when Aralahkis is coming?
Thought
No.
we said like 8? Maybe? Oh.
It said breakfast.
Okay.
Okay.
So probably somewhere between 8 and 9.
Arabella's in my room, right?
No, since Bo was in Aramin's room, Arabelle went to her own room.
Okay, great. Well, I do my 4 hours, and then I'm like sitting outside Arabelle's room.
I trip over Zori. No, I have very high perception. I know that Zori is there when I open the door.
Well, she's probably not sitting directly in front of your door either.
Oh no!
Oh no! I assume
I see.
she is.
Oh no! I am.
Did you have a good conversation?
Yeah, got a lot off my chest. Talked about like all the things we did, you know, because sometimes I know we, as a group, we talk to each other and we do all the things and stuff, and then I write, but I also kind of have to like get it all out. And then he kissed me.
She puts her hand down to help Zori stand up. Are you okay with that? That's nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
I give her a hug. Breathe.
I'm gonna come down for breakfast later. I need to go lay down.
Okay.
And I go back to my bedroom and like lay down, like not starfish, but yeah, like starfished on my bed, like looking up. I know the sun is coming in my room, but like I am like starfish, like holding on to the sheets. Not like so I won't float away, but like so I don't like astral project myself into the new world.
Belle goes down and starts peeling potatoes and smiling, and humming to herself.
All right.
Oh,
So about 7:15, the door opens from outside, and Gwen walks in, followed by Athgarr.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is everyone else still asleep?
Zori is awake, but needed a little time. I haven't seen Tasha yet, but she usually comes down pretty soon. There's coffee and tea if you'd like some.
Thanks.
Coffee would be lovely.
I start making a cup of tea.
Athgarr pours a cup of coffee and leans against the counter and kind of nurses it. He looks tired. Not that kind of tired.
I don't know. I'm not down there. I'm just.
Right.
It wasn't the
giggling to
paladin you had
myself.
to worry about. That's the other ones with the dirty minds.
I'm just giggling to myself for no reason.
For no reason.
Clearly, you didn't pass along all of the notes.
Did not share that line. Just that you'd be talking for a while. That's all I said.
We know
Okay.
nothing from. No. Nikki is giggling.
No, unquoted talking.
Yeah, unquoted.
I'm just being a brat.
Sarah
part of
should
the-
be here. Oh, sorry. Sarah's coming about 8 with our bread and pastry delivery. I didn't want to try to get up and make bread this morning.
Can't blame you there. Were you out late last night?
Oloric closed up about midnight.
That's early for him.
Tasha did 3 sets of music, so I think he probably made his money for the night.
Oh, I would imagine so.
And he got some midweek lodgers out of it, so he seemed pleased.
Oh, good. I'm sorry I missed the performance, but
We understand. Starts cooking some meat.
Arabelle, make a perception check.
I'm gonna grab the dice from behind me. It's a pretty low roll for Arabelle. Dirty 20.
Oh, it's
My
enough.
passive is higher than that.
It's enough. As you're peeling potatoes and otherwise prepping food, you catch Athgarr and Gwen periodically just kind of glancing at each other. but neither one of them is saying anything.
Ugh. You're not muted. I don't know if you were supposed to be muted or not there, Miss Annette.
Oh, sorry.
You made me giggle. Woo!
We have a little
You
bit
were
of
not
time before breakfast if you two want to get. Well, I assume Athgarr had clothes at his house to get freshened up before Oloric. Gwen?
Sure. So I head upstairs to change my clothes.
Yeah, actually, your room is off the kitchen.
I head off the kitchen to change my clothes.
Start setting the table.
Can I help?
Sure. Pans and plates and flatware.
We'll sit some out. If possible, I'd like to speak with you and Tasha and Zorith before Aralahkis shows up.
With Gwen?
If she wants to be part of the conversation, of course we can. That would be up to her.
Well, I imagine Zori is still awake. She's already rested.
What time is it?
Probably 7:25, 7:30.
Well, I was gonna come down at 7. I
Oh.
said I got up at 7.
Well, but you didn't say you were downstairs.
There's nothing to do in my room.
Unless you're practicing or...
I practiced plenty last night.
Okay.
Well, Tasha should be down any time, and we can call up for Zori.
Thank you.
I would think about is when we'll start having people pop in, so now would probably be a good time.
So I walked downstairs. Where's the coffee anyway?
Right
It's
here.
right here.
Ah, fantastic. Make myself a cup. Throw in some creamer. Sit down. How's it going?
So far, so good.
Excellent.
We'll
Excellent.
see when Aralahkis gets here, but
Yeah, he'll yell at us some. It'll be fine.
I
Are you
think
going?
he'll- I think he'll yell at me.
Well, we're here with you, so he will be yelling at all of us.
Are you going to see your father before we leave?
I have already spoken to my father.
Oh, joy.
I'm glad to hear it. He worries.
I don't know if that's the thing.
It's one of the things.
I come back having changed my clothing.
Gwen, would you mind getting Zori? Athgarr said he'd like to talk to us.
Sure.
Thanks.
I go up and tap on Zori's door.
It is open and I am starfished.
Are you well?
I look over at the door. I think so. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. And then I just look back up at the sky again.
Can I help you?
Hilt?
I look at the door and I say, I don't know. I don't know. Can you? I don't know. And then I look up.
Should have warned Gwen.
Okay. We're having a little meeting before breakfast. Are you going to be able to attend?
Is it now?
Now, yes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait downstairs.
Okay.
I head downstairs.
Is she still not okay?
What,
She
she's
looks like
not
somebody
okay?
hit her with a stick.
I pour her a cup of coffee, and you see Arabelle go over to the cupboard and get some sort of alcohol and pour it in the coffee and set it
What
down.
happened to her?
Not worried.
What happened? What happened to Arabelle? Sorry. What happened to Zori?
She'll have to tell you that. I keep. my
Oh, for
confidence.
goddess sake!
I asked her if she was okay. She said she didn't know.
Am I
That
going to
was-
have to track someone down and challenge them to a duel?
No.
Let's not go there.
No.
Why must it always be violence?
Just adjusting to new things.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Athgarr kind of glances at Gwen.
I'm not there though. Damn it.
You gotta come down.
No, I know. A couple minutes.
Hold on a second. I go grab the alcohol that Arabelle got
Mm-hmm.
and put it in my coffee too. Put it back.
Honestly, let's just line up shots at this point. I mean,
I set it on the table.
I'm fine with just the coffee.
Me
Did
too.
we take home the plum brandy? Because that was
Uh-huh.
really good.
Yes.
Ooh. All right. Well, after my coffee, brandy.
I prestidigitation myself. I get some new clothes. Do we have mirrors? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably not. Okay.
You can if you want.
What kind of mirrors? Do we have like the roundy standing ones?
If you want.
I want.
Okay.
But not roundy, I want square. Like rectangly. I grab it on both sides. I shake it. We can do this. This. Shake it some more. And then it's like one of the tilty ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I bop myself in the head. Like, whap! We got this. We got this. And then I like let go and I go downstairs.
Wow.
So I got you some coffee. You should drink it.
Thank you. And I am appearingly much better than I was upstairs. I am like
kind of a mark. Forehead.
oh yeah,
kind of
I
red.
accidentally hit my mirror and I like prestidigitation it away.
Is that a thing? Can you prestidigitation
A
no,
wound?
that-
No, you can't.
That's not
So I prestidigitation it anyway, and it just stays there and I don't know it, so unless somebody says
Oh.
something.
Athgarr, you wanted to speak with us, I believe.
I did.
Do you want me to tell them?
Please feel free if you would like to.
So I walk over to Athgarr and kind of like awkwardly take his hand and say, so I guess we're going to try this thing. It's really awkward and uncomfortable, so don't make fun of us because neither of us know what we're doing. And also, there's not going to be sex, so you don't even have to joke about it.
all right.
And Athgarr does a slow head turn.
What?
And mouths.
Oh, well,
I put up my hand and I say,
We don't need to know that.
well,
no,
just
No.
no.
So what I hear
We're
you saying
still
is
figuring out the specifics.
okay.
Right.
That's fair.
And then I go and I give knuckles to both of them. Like, are they? They're standing next to each other, so I like
Yeah.
put out my knuckles.
Just
Right on. And like,
Just have a
go sit down.
So what I hear you saying is that the two of you are going to try to have some semblance of a romantic relationship. Is that correct?
yes, but without casual sex.
Casual. Okay. All right. Okay. So Arabelle's correct. We don't need to know any more details than that other than you both want to try this and you're both happy with this idea.
Yes.
Completely comfortable.
There is an issue, though.
I
Okay.
look at him and I look him straight in the eye and I get really close. Is it Lord Tremaine?
No, I've dealt with that.
All right. Well, what's the issue?
I step back and I give him the sketchy eye. Because I don't believe him.
I'll be happy to tell you all about it later.
Okay. All right.
After Aralahkis gets here, because if he hasn't already heard, he probably should.
All right. So
He's heard.
What did
what's the issue?
Part of the problem that I have been grappling with is that I have been trying to figure out my feelings for Gwen and trying to figure out her feelings for me. And traveling with you all for as long as I have learned a great many things and had a great many preconceived notions exposed to reality. But one area of my education has not been noticeably serviced by traveling with you, and that is my knowledge of romantic relationships.
Nervous.
So I would appreciate it if you would try your best not to see my fumblings as cause for mockery. That has made it much more difficult.
I immediately go over and I just give him a big hug.
Of course.
I am very sorry if we mocked you. But we are both happy for the two of you.
And he hugs Zori back and says softly in her ear, "You are fortunate to have someone as wise as Oloric who cares about you. I hope you know that."
I step back and I give him not the shifty eyes, but the
Beady eye.
yeah, the beady eye. Because that did not help me, but he does not know that. So I step back.
All right. Well, thank you.
Arabelle goes back to cooking before it burns.
Okay.
This is weird.
And Athgarr makes a point of not letting go of Gwen's hand.
It's okay. My understanding is relationship things are weird. They sure as fuck feel weird.
But weird in a nice way so far.
Nice is good.
It is nice. Weird but nice.
How much
Good.
longer till breakfast?
Not very long, probably 15 minutes till till Sar shows up with the bread.
Although
muffins and
we
stuff?
should probably wait for
Aralahkis?
Aralahkis.
When
Right?
I hear Aralahkis, I will come back down from my bedroom. I am going to go back upstairs and starfish on my bed.
You want to see Sar though?
Oh, I say I'm going upstairs.
Do you need assistance?
I do not.
Do you need to talk?
I do not.
All right
I-
then.
Are you sure?
I am
Have
sure.
we upset you somehow?
I am not upset. I am dealing with things.
Okay, I did tell him that you and others, including me, were upset about him taking off. We did talk about that, just so you know.
We did.
Because I had forgotten about that. Like, I hadn't forgotten about that, but Zorith had forgotten about that because she's had a crazy evening. Speaking of which, and I like punch him in the shoulder really fucking hard. Like, enough to roll damage.
Roll a d4.
D4. D4, that's it? No D6.
And add your strength modifier.
It just went off the it just went off the table. That's how mad I was. It's a 4. Plus what?
Your strength modifier.
It's strength.
That's a 1, so 5.
Ow!
Yeah. And then I stomp off to my room. Super silly.
She's a little feisty this morning.
I pat his shoulder. I'm sorry.
I'll
I'll live.
put my hand on his shoulder as I am putting not hot stuff on the table. And give him 5 back.
I'm not mad at you. Not mad. Nor will I punch you.
Thank you.
You're
Nice.
welcome. Just so we're clear.
I was mad, but I asked him to stop running away. So, did you agree to that?
I did. Well,
Okay.
I had agreed pending the outcome of our discussion, which was positive, so yes, I agreed.
Good. Check that one off. No more running away.
Without saying anything.
You're
Evan?
still going to run away? Just say something first?
It's not running away if you say something first.
What she said.
That.
Okay.
Doesn't mean he won't have to leave at some point.
It's possible. My clan may call on me. I may be needed should something happen to Father.
We all have responsibilities. We can't always be together all the time.
No, I know. It's the disappearing or running away for my own good that I would like there to be less of.
So noted. See? We're starting to write the rules.
Oh.
I told you. we'd figure
I
it
start
out.
looking for a pen and
I-
paper.
I drink my coffee.
Rule 1. No more running away without notes. Or for my own good.
What time is it, Tasha?
What time is it?
You hear a knock on the door.
I open the door.
Must be about 8.
Yes.
And you see Sar standing there with a huge box in his small arms and a big grin on his face.
Well, let me take that so we can hug.
Ugh,
Come in. Come in.
I couldn't believe it when Hugh told me that you'd actually come back. I'm so glad that you're all right.
We are, and we're sorry that we worried you.
You worried a lot of people.
Yes, but we never meant to worry our friends.
Well, I think a lot of people should have had a little more faith.
My hopes they will next time.
My hopes is there's not going to be a next time, but
I mean,
there probably will be.
even this time where we stayed in touch with people, it didn't seem to make a difference. So we can't stay in touch with the whole company.
Would that you could. But anyway, he walks over and just puts his arms around your waist and gives you a hug.
Bend down and give him a hug. I'm glad that you're both well.
And did Hugh tell you about our niece?
He did.
Oh, so proud of that girl. I'm supposed to go out this afternoon and help her look for a bigger place.
It's wonderful.
And part of that's due to you all.
What did we do?
Because?
Because you ate there. And you let people know that fact. That got a lot of attention early on, before she'd built up the reputation that she's got now.
Well, that's wonderful. We're glad we can help.
So, Hugh threw in a few extras. You know Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
But we've recently been experimenting with eclairs.
Ooh.
And so there's a couple different kinds in there. One is filled with a light, sugary vanilla cream. The others are filled with a thicker, darker honey cream. So we actually haven't been selling those yet because Hugh's not convinced he's got the recipe quite right.
We will let you know our opinion after we eat.
Please do.
I'm sure they're wonderful.
I'm pretty sure they are as well. Hugh's not convinced, but he's never convinced. He still thinks we need to rework the muffin recipes. I keep telling him they're just fine, we sell out most days. But he's never satisfied. Always looking to improve something.
Well, you never know when you'll come up with the next best recipe.
That's true. But I think it'd be easier to come up with the next new best recipe if we stopped messing with the old ones. Alright. Well, I've got more deliveries to make. And I've got to be getting back so that I can give Hugh part of the morning off, so he'll cover the bakery this afternoon by himself, so I can go out and help scout new buildings.
Thank you for the personal service. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
We'll see you.
Yes. We'll be looking for you next time you make it to town. It's lovely to see the rest of you as well. And he turns and heads out.
Slice the bread and put the pastries on a platter and put them on the table.
Should I get Zori?
She said when Aralahkis arrived.
Yeah, well, as soon as she hears Aralahkis' voice, she'll come down.
Do you all know why she's upset? Or
I have no idea.
I haven't a clue.
Arabelle just cooks the potatoes.
ah,
I see. Well, it's good that she's talking to someone.
Yes, that is good. But, you know, she'll tell us eventually. She just needs time to process, probably.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
She's fine. She's not in any harm.
Okay.
That is good to know.
Yes. Would you like me to reach out to Aralahkis and tell him that we're ready to receive him?
Sure.
Let's see if this one hurts a little less.
Oh boy.
He hums softly under his breath and all right, he said he's leaving the keep now. He'll be here as soon as it takes him to walk here.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
So, Athgarr walks toward the table, kind of, I guess, leading Gwen, since he's still holding her hand. And pulls out a chair.
This is weird. But nice.
It's, I'm told, considerate.
I sit down in the chair.
All right. And he goes and sits down in the next one. And starts passing things around. About 10 minutes later, there's a knock at the back door.
At the back door.
Open the door.
Well, yeah, the door. But
The door.
it's technically at the back of the house. It's away from on the opposite side from the road, so.
Okay.
Morning.
Come in, come
Haven't been here in a while.
Neither have we.
in. Come in, sit down.
Thanks.
Belle puts a big platter of like crispy smashed potatoes with seasoning and sausage and ham and eggs.
Well, this is gonna brighten my day.
I think that was the idea.
Sorry.
I hear her, and I repeat my mirror situation. Do not smack myself in the face.
Gotta go over to the stairs. Can you bring or knock on Bo's door and let him know food's ready?
Yes, 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 I can. And then I just go knock on his door and I say, "Food's ready. Breakfast, all the things."
Oh, that sounds marvelous. Thanks. I'll be down shortly.
Okay,
Let me finish prying my eyelids open.
got it. Take a deep breath. And I walk downstairs.
Aralahkis is sitting there, eating, looking at Athgarr.
Squeeze Aralahkis' shoulder as I come over to sit down. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to be seen. All right, let's get this out of the way. You. What the hell did you say to your father?
I think we all would like to know that.
Yes, I'm waiting to hear.
I have a pretty good idea.
What did he tell you? 'Twasn't so much what he told me, as it was the cacophony of unflattering terms he used to describe you.
Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, disrespectful, ungrateful, arrogant.
Okay.
I said the same thing.
Anything else?
Oh, just variations on those three, really.
I
But
give squinty eyes.
he was also kind of pale. I asked him if he was all right, and he just kind of muttered something about fables should be left as stories. But I don't know what the hell that was about. I do.
Well,
Visuals might have been a little bit much.
you gave him
Disagree.
visuals?
I think they were necessary. Well, why don't you tell the rest of us what the fuck you did? Pardon my language. And
Swear all you like.
we'll help you figure it out.
I look around. Who are you apologizing to?
Arabelle.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's clearly not us. So,
At this point, Bo wanders in, and he's kind of like, whoa, everybody's here, including... Oh, hello.
this is Aralahkis.
Isn't he
I
at
know who he is.
he's at the
Oh.
little thing, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Glad to see you're still vertical. Well, mostly.
He did drink a lot last night.
Aye. But not enough to keep me from appreciating the smells that are coming out of this room. And he sits down and proceeds to start loading up a plate. Right, so. Tell us a story, O Bard. Oh. Very well. Most of you know that I went to talk to Oloric. And when I was finished there, I went home. Started dealing with my own laundry and catching up on correspondence that had piled up since I was last home. And I realized that before I talked to Gwen, I needed to talk to my father. And so I went to his private study and sent a messenger to tell him that I was there and I'd be there for an hour. And if he wanted to speak, he should come find me. In retrospect, that probably didn't set the best tone.
I
But,
mean, we are busy. We have limited time.
yes. But as I told Gwen, that this may be the first time since he assumed the lordship of the city that he was summoned on someone else's schedule.
I just, settle down into a chair.
So when he came in, he was furious. And made his displeasure loudly known. he, first off, told me that only you four were clever enough to have come up with the idea of apprenticing myself to Aralahkis as a means of escaping his control. So there's that. And then I got dressed down for disappearing without a word. That seems to be a theme. The fact that no sendings would work and that we aren't scribal. He informed me that his counselors were urging him to have me declared legally dead and to begin the process of creating a new heir. And then, of course, he found out that we were back from Aralahkis. Well, you didn't exactly make a point of telling him yourself. I'm aware. I'm not blaming you. And then I was dressed down for having the temerity and the bad manners to summon him on my time schedule. Then he threw his drink against the wall and proceeded to tell me that he was done allowing me to run all over the place like some peasant wastrel's spawn.
I slam my hand on the table.
Let me finish. And proceeded to tell me that I was going to come home and that he was close to finalizing my arranged marriage with a nobleman from Romani Keep. And that I would be resuming my responsibilities immediately. That was about the last thing I let him say. I yelled at him. You did a little more than yell. People heard you from rooms away. I might have magically amplified my voice slightly to make a point. But I told him that he was done. Done screaming at me, done belittling me, done controlling me, and done attempting to dictate every single part of my life. And then I told him that I had actually died while out traveling the world. That unsettled him. But I also pointed out that that was months ago, and yet, thanks to Arabelle, I'm still here, I'm still talking, and I'm finally deciding my own fate. As one of the leaders of the country, I informed him of what we had been doing in Belinamart. At which point, I was told that I was either a child or I had become a doddering old man, because only those people would believe the fables about the Thwilnu.
Oh, come on now.
And so I showed him every creature we encountered and explained each image as I showed him, including what happened to Vines and Safrina. I explained everything that we went through. how we had to kill our companions to save them. And then I explained that this was what I had been doing. Earlier in the evening, I had spoken to Oloric about being concerned that Father would see me as shirking my responsibilities, and he laughed at me, which didn't sit well until he explained why he was laughing. And he pointed out that what Father had me doing was in no way, shape, or form preparing me to take over as Lord of the City someday. Oloric suggested that I might be better off apprenticing to Wigillion. At least then I would learn things that would help me connect with the population. And so I told him that the responsibilities he perceived I was shirking were no longer relevant. I said, if my clan needs me, I'll be here. If my town, my city needs me, I will be here. But that I was done being the target of his unhappiness. I told him to find someone else to abuse. And then I told him that I would be leaving the next day. And I probably should have left that as my final word, but I gave in. And I said, oh, and don't worry about my getting married. I have someone in mind to court, and if it works out, you'll be the first. Well, no. But you'll be told eventually. But don't worry, she's a noblewoman. Of sorts. And then I left.
Of sorts!
I like it.
Well, you were not born a noble.
Oh, don't I know it.
And I know Father. He would not consider you a proper noble. Because you were not born such.
I know it.
It's so
But apparently that doesn't matter.
No. And so, you told him off. Well, yes. I basically told him that I was done being his whipping boy.
And my day cleared up considerably.
And that is why I'm not yelling this morning. I'd about given up hope that you'd ever get to this point. Now that you have, I'm proud of you. It's about fucking time.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I had a feeling.
I'm pleased.
I'm actually feeling a little guilty about that this morning. But
Why?
It will pass. Habit.
Okay.
For so long I've sought his approval. It's going to take a while to convince all of me that it doesn't matter anymore. Son of a bitch. You're finally becoming your own person. I didn't think I'd live long enough. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Take it for the compliment that it is, boy. Excuse me. Athgarr.
Hey!
Anybody who can stand up to Tremaine like that can't be calling a boy anymore.
Or a pup.
Oh no, I can still call him a pup. I'd rather you didn't. I know.
Okay, the thing to remember though is it's kind of a term of endearment from him.
I suppose. Well, fine. Go ahead and ruin it for me.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, he's furious. But you know what? I don't think he has a right to be. I can't think of a single thing you said that wasn't true. Now, the Thwilnu stuff. What do I need to be on the lookout for here if they decide to start messing with our people?
If people don't want to leave town, don't want people to come in, start to cut themselves off from trading. And if you try to ask what's wrong, they just say everything's fine.
Yeah, you're talking about most of the Inner Enclave.
More than normal.
It's a fine line. Also, if you see any strange creatures during the nighttime hours, you'll know them because they are all some form of pale white, whatever shape they might have. Likely you wouldn't see the Thwilnu themselves, but their constructs. That's what they send out at night. Also, if people go missing, the Thwilnu send their constructs out to collect people to bring back, to kill, carve up, and use to create more of their constructs. What, you mean like golems? I suppose that would be the closest, but no. Something entirely different. How are they animating them? I don't know. Something to do with their particular abilities and a combination of pastes made from a variety of mushrooms and some sort of gray adhesive paste that I don't know how they make. Where are they getting the mushrooms from? They were growing.
Would probably be good to check that tunnel that we found that went back to the Everwood. Under the warehouse.
Yeah.
Because that would be a way into the city without being seen. They had an underground hive in Bellinamard.
Hive? How big?
Under the whole city.
It was very big.
Cavern after cavern.
Well, that really wouldn't work here. The city would collapse in on it. We're basically built on sand.
Well, that's good.
But I
also
will definitely send someone to check that little cavern under the warehouse. That's a good thought.
Somebody who can cast daylight would be a good person to go. They don't like the light.
Also, they drown.
Well,
Not probably going to be a big concern here.
They can't swim. We don't know that they drown. They can't swim and they starve to death in water. we
Well,
think.
the constructs, the connecting materials dissolve in salt water.
Yes.
Could you use that as a form of attack?
Possibly.
Hopefully.
All right. Check the cavern, salt water, daylight.
Also, you should know the Jagravanans are active.
The Jagravanans are always active.
They were in Costed's way.
That's pretty far north for them.
8 of them.
Oh no. All in black. Black skin.
Yes. You know what they are?
Yeah, what are they?
We've heard rumors. Stories, really. They're called the Quillons of Xuthos. Basically, an elite hit squad out of the Church of Xuthos. Supposedly, they report only to one leader within their religious structure, but we have no information on that leader. We've tried. We've not been able to find out anything. Not through contacts, not through channels, not through arcane, not through holy magics. So whoever they report to is a ghost. Why were they in Costed's?
They assassinated the Hand of Tiraura.
I'm not familiar with the rank. What does hand signify?
Were chosen. He was a paladin. Took his orders from her directly.
I wasn't aware, I guess, for good reason, that there was such an entity. But
Oh?
is your goddess the only one who has such an individual?
I believe most all of them do. That might be who these Quillons take orders from.
Yes, that's my thought as well. Oh, good.
What was that word that Mother Tassa told us and then Tiraura told Arabelle?
Yeah.
The power. Quintaran. That was it.
Quintaran.
Sorry. I was like, there was another Q word. I wanted to make sure it wasn't similar. Never
Yep.
mind. So they may. That is my guess. But we'll be looking for them soon enough.
So, have the other temples on the sanctum been told?
Yes.
have the temples at the Citadel been told?
I believe she said, right, that they let everybody know.
Only the Sanctum.
Oh.
We should probably tell them then.
We'll be heading back to the Sanctum later. Make sure they know and the druids and monks. I can't think of the forest, right?
Mm-hmm. It has fallen to us to try to track them down and stop them. You're gonna need more help.
After we finish in Bellinamard, we're going to try to take a few days to recoup before we do anything.
Wise, and that would also be a really good time to think about everyone that you've met in your travels and gather up anyone that you think might be powerful enough to help you take on these assassins. What little we know is that they are very highly trained, very highly skilled. Once you see them, they have already sprung the plan they have been working on for weeks. And no one that they've targeted has ever survived the attack.
From what Tasha was able to ascertain magically, it took just seconds for them to kill him.
And I assume this hand was an elder, member of the Order, a powerful paladin.
Yes.
They would have shadowed him for weeks, learning everything they could. When did this take place?
A few days ago.
So one tiny bright spot in all of this. It's going to be at least another couple weeks before they'll attack anyone.
Because they need to hunt them like prey.
They need to lay their trap and learn their target's weaknesses. Damn. This was not the news I wanted to hear this morning.
We're always full of interesting news.
Apparently.
Have you ever heard of Sir Blazing Cloak?
I can't say that I have. But I would imagine that the identity of the hand is not something that is known by many.
No, it's generally a secret.
Smart. Fewer people
So-
know, fewer people can give it away.
So today, we should contact the Sanctum and make sure that they let all of their...
We're going there to gather the counselors. So
Okay,
and
so we can
the
just tell them then. Okay.
paladins from here to Bellinamard with us.
Okay.
Oh. Probably part of the Outer Enclave Guard. Got it.
We need to finish unenthralling the city.
How many people is that?
5,000.
And it's my understanding that you're using one of the spells those two masters from the tower found in that old temple in the Everwood, right?
Yes.
That does one person at a time?
Generally, yes.
Ooh.
We have a plan.
Good. I'm glad you're taking other people with you. Well, I'll keep an eye out down here. I trust there won't be any more difficulties in using sending to contact you all. No,
Yeah.
that was a side effect of the Thwilnu Caverns. The masters at the tower actually had to send a ship to get close to the city to be able to contact us. Wonder how they did that. Well, but good. So, if I find out anything, I'll let you know.
We'll be heading to Erma as soon as we finish in Villanamard, and then probably back here.
All right. Well, I'll put my people on the ground. I'll start them roaming at night with specific instructions to look for anything strange and pale. I'm really hoping we don't find anything. It's actually been reasonably quiet around here. I kind of wanted that to last a little longer. Well, I'm glad to hear that it has been quiet. Yeah. A few of the normal stupid Joggervanans coming and throwing things at the wall, and our archers pick them off, or our sorcerers or wizards cut them down, and we get a few days, and then they're back at the walls again, and, business as usual. You'd think eventually they would get tired of wasting their people on such a futile attack. Yeah, I don't know. Could be a rite of passage. Could be that's where they send the ones they don't like anymore. I don't know.
Could be a distraction.
I think it'd be more of a distraction if it stopped. Then we'd wonder, the hell were they planning? What were they getting ready for? But every 3 or 4 days. And they're not particularly subtle about it. So I do have to wonder if they're maybe inbreeding themselves into complete stupidity out there.
I'm sure it has a reason.
There's some sort of subtle plan.
Well, might not be that subtle, but as long as they keep doing it, at least we know what to expect. Not that we're not watching everywhere else, too.
It's the rest of them you have to worry about, not them.
Yeah. It's not like they're sending the Quillons against the wall. Well, this has been a cheery morning. Well, actually, part of it was cheery. Have to admit, I wish I'd have known that you were going to have that chat with your father. I'd have loved to have been a literal fly on the wall and watched that happen. It's probably just as well that there weren't any other witnesses. Yeah, you're probably right. I doubt I'd be able to keep my mouth shut. Then I'd be in even more trouble than I am. Why are you in trouble? Sorry, I was thinking ahead. Because the next time he starts mouthing off, I'm probably not going to be able to stop myself from telling him that you were right and he was wrong and he should stop bitching. He won't like that. And then I'll probably get another little vacation, but wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say so. Let me say for the record that I do not ever want to have your job. Yeah. Well, you live another couple 100 years, maybe you'd develop the thick skin necessary to do this. Anyway. Well, I won't keep you. Thank you for breakfast. Athgarr, well done, lad. And I'm glad all of you are well. I'm sorry that you had to face such creatures, but I'm glad that you came out on top and they all died. You're muted.
Rumors.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Wait. So the rumors that we are dead. Did you hear them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody heard them.
Did you happen to try to squash them?
I was too busy trying to disprove them. I have spent the last couple weeks poring over books and contacting colleagues. I even talked to some of the warlocks. That's how desperate I was.
Did you contact Obrith?
No.
So I go. I have a thing. I'll bring it down. So I go upstairs to my room. Do your things.
We were in contact with Obrith most of the time, so if you had just reached out to him, you would have known.
All right. For future reference,
I come stomping back downstairs.
do that.
I hand him a scrolly piece of paper. I don't know how long it is. It's probably just a piece of paper. Is a tool to contact when you need to talk to people. So I have got kind of like a well, but not really like, if anything happens to us, these are the people you need to contact and tell. Or these are the people that you need to contact to see if we are alive. And then there's 15 or 20 names on there. Like Oloric, Wiki, Aramin, Aralahkis, Obrith, Mother Tassa, the guy from Romani Keep, all of them, Sandy Cope, all of the people that we know that are fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little list of who's who. And I have another copy for Obrith, and I have a copy for the Airma guy in charge.
Lord Bonethane?
That's the other guy.
Okay.
No.
Or
no.
General Warbender.
That's the guy.
Okay.
Because also General Warbender knew where we were. So, I think. Yes.
Well,
But anyhow.
Aralahkis knew where we were. He just couldn't contact us.
Yeah.
But this was a specific
Well,
thing.
I knew where you'd gone.
Right?
I didn't know if you were still there.
Who sent the sprite looking for us? I forget. I'm asking the DM.
Oh, you're asking the
sorry.
DM. That was Obrys and Indrus and Master Ranro.
Okay. But he had heard that the sprite was sent to us.
Aralahkis? No.
I could have sworn that's just what he just said. Okay.
No.
Okay, never mind then. Yes, Obrys knows the things.
No, Athgarr told Aralahkis that the masters from the tower had to send a ship.
Got it. That's what he was saying. Okay, yeah, no. So there.
Well, this is actually damn helpful. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna have to go traveling a little bit because some of these people I don't know.
Right.
And so I'm gonna have to meet them. But
I know.
that's fine. I imagine within a week I'll be encouraged to take a vacation again. So and I can put that time to good use.
Me to group. Zorith to group. We don't really have like a catchphrase that tells our other people like we are who we say we are.
We're kind of a big deal.
Ooh, that works. Yeah, okay, yeah. Probably. Because we've pretty much said that to everybody who's anything else. When they're like, here's a house. Yeah, apparently we're kind of a big deal. Thanks for saving all of the money keep. Not that's what it was. Yeah, we're kind of a big deal. So if they have any questions, they may contact us, or you may say, we're kind of a big deal. They're kind of a big deal, and see if that helps you.
All right. Well, safe travels. Good luck. Watch your asses. If the Quillons are active, nobody's safe.
Quillons. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be in touch soon.
We will.
All right. He stands up, walks over, claps Athgarr on the shoulder, just kind of shakes him a couple times, and then turns and walks out. I'm almost speechless.
Because?
I honestly didn't think I'd ever hear phrases like that from Aralahkis.
He's just been waiting for you to, stand up for yourself.
That guilt is rapidly fading.
Good.
And as breakfast is finished and the cleanup begins, that's where we're going to stop for this episode. So we will pick this back up next time as the group gathers up some paladins and heads to Belinimard and ushers in the group from the sanctum, and
try to do some cleanup, some catastrophic cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where is FEMA when you need them? Oh wait, that's us. That's right.
That's right.
It would be AMA, the Aecathan Emergency Management Agency.
Right, I know.
So.
Which we apparently are in general.
Yeah, kinda. It's a small office, but
We have the entire continent to keep safe. Yay, go
right.
on.
Oh,
right.
Yay, us.
Right. All right. Thank you once more for your attention. We do appreciate it very, very much. And we hope that you'll join us next week and let us welcome you back once more to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.